is up? It is your boy, DEATHSCYTHE Media. And welcome back to another Gunplay video. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you have missed it, yesterday we did our first SH Arts. Why do I always say that? SH Monster Arts Godzilla figure review on the Godzilla 89 that came out earlier this year. Please check that out and thumbs up that. And the review before that, we did the, what was it? The Shining Gundam Real Grade. We did that one. Today's very special one. It's going to be the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Hell Endless Waltz Master Grade 2011. A little bit older. Yeah, a little bit older than what we normally do, but I'm gonna move my face out of here because I just want to say hi to y'all. If you're new to the channel, my name is DEATHSCYTHE Media, where curiosity gets the best in me and collect Godzilla figures and Gundams as of right now. But there's the anime, the OVA that the awesome DEATHSCYTHE is from, and all his glory, which is kind of funny that an edgy looking Gundam is piloted by one of the chillest characters on the show. This is going to be the side of the box. This guy again came out in 2011. Unfortunately, everything is in Japanese, even the book inside, so I won't be able to read any fun facts about the Gundam and the kit like I normally would without having to look it up online, which I do have the information put up for me before we get into that. This kit was very interesting to build. I definitely wouldn't place him in my top 10 as far as like build experience. As far as like Gundam looks, he might be top 10, but then again, because of how dated he is, it kind of hurts him a little bit. But I got this guy on Amazon for about $52 before taxes, a little bit closer to $58 with free shipping Prime. For those interested about where I got it from, locally you're gonna spend way more than that. Online's your best bet. Around here, I'm on a journey to collect all the Gundam Wing kits that I like and Gundam G kits that I like. Almost every Gundam G kit that I see I kind of want for the most part, so within reason, not like the transparent ones or nothing like that, but like the Dragon high grade, the Rose high grade, the Baxter high grade, you know, so on and so forth. And I got my eyes set on the green Gundam there as well, and the Shot, and I believe the blue one's the Heavy Arms. Those are the only ones I got left, and then I might snag the Shenlong high grade, and I'm definitely getting the real grade Gundam that came out last year, Gundam Wing. If you are new to the Gundam community, there are 4 grades: high grade, real grade, master grade, and perfect grade for the most part. Those are going to be the big 4 that a lot of people consider. There are nuances to them, but overall it's 1/44 scale versus 1/100 scale for a lot of these guys. And anything that's probably 2011 or newer is probably going to be better for you if you're getting into it, because this kid was edging it, and it's just I don't know. I have some feelings about it. But before I do, let's go ahead and get into the kit, give you guys some history about it. Let's see, the Master Grade 1/100 scale model kits for the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz DEATHSCYTHE variants feature the MG Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Endless Waltz and the MG Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Hell Endless Waltz. Not gonna lie, the standard Gundam DEATHSCYTHE EW looks pretty cool looking back at it, and I wouldn't mind not having to deal with the wings. I wasn't going to bother getting him, but especially given his cheaper nature, I'll probably go ahead and get the standard as well. Definitely do a comparison between the two. Both of the kits though, however, offer a snap fit assembly, interframe articulation, and iconic weapons without requiring glue. The Gundam standard includes the signature beam scythe with translucent green plastic and the Buster shield, released around 3,800 yen retail. The one that I have, the DEATHSCYTHE Hell EW, features the massive bat-like active cloak wing gimmick that opens and closes, designed by Hajime Katoki, with realistic warning markings, released in February 26, 2011 at 4,500 yen retail. The articulation on these guys supposedly are built on an internal frame, allowing extreme and dynamic aerial poses with action-based compatibility. I don't know about that with this guy. Like, I thought, let's just say, I thought that the Gundam Wing Verka Endless Waltz was a hand grenade. This is a hand grenade, and it is not going to be Zeus tier. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Whoa! Just saying, this ain't no Zeus tier kit. It looks cool, and that's honestly doing most of the heavy lifting for this guy for me, is the visuals. But that's gonna be the unboxing of this guy. If you haven't already noticed, it's gonna be the pilot himself, and the pilot and standing. And then, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. What to say? The iconic bat wings of the Endless Waltz version of DEATHSCYTHE bring nostalgia to many Gundam fan in the US. Now available as a master grade, this version of DEATHSCYTHE contains the latest master grade technology, quote unquote, offering superior plastic engineering, accuracy, and posability. A new wing gimmick allows for various extreme poses and includes molded end warning signs and markings. The scythe is molded in a bright translucent green plastic and has spots to be slotted into the swappable hands, while the action-based connectors are included for aerial posing. It's going to be the interior of the chest frame there as we finally get to the build portion of the video while I'm yapping. And we're going to do it chest, head, arms, and legs and waist, if I'm not mistaken, in that order. Could be off by one or two, but we're almost done there. I like it. It was kind of tricky getting the nubs worn down so they wouldn't leave any markings because of how much older and cheaper the plastic back then was. We didn't have the technology today that we do then to kind of make these look as clean as they do, so kind of have to forgive and forget. A note I will make is that it was quick, it was simple, I didn't break anything. The assembly part was chill until I got to certain grenade parts of the kit. Then when it started getting annoying. It's fairly light, and I've also noticed that I forgot that back in the day, these guys were obsessed with making these Gundams with tiny head and torso and long, thicker legs for the most part, or definitely have longer legs and a shorter torso. So that kind of threw me off when I was first building them. When I was first building him, I was like, this is a master grade, right? But as I got to certain parts of the body, I realized, okay, yeah. It kind of reminded me of the Gundam Wing Verka, so I kind of see what they were doing there. Now we're going to move on to the head, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and get my face out of here so you can see the build. Thumbs up the video, grab your snacks. Appreciate you tuning in. Now this was a little while back, but I did learn a trick that the further away you cut from the nubs, the less you stress the plastic, and then you want to file it down. You don't want to snip it all the way down to the root of the piece. You want to file it down. But the headpiece was kind of chill, I guess. The sticker wasn't too annoying to put on. It looks cool, but it feels very dated. That's what I was saying. But either way, head complete. And get some better lighting for you guys to see. I like it. Even without panel lining, he looks pretty good. Alright, next we're doing the shoulder, if I'm not mistaken. And that was also fairly simple. Not a lot of detail in this guy, so I really didn't have to do that much panel lining. The color separation was only so much. It looks cool though, and it's very different. And that's going to be one of the reasons why the kit is going to be a pretty solid piece for your collection. If you can get past the aesthetics and the articulation, it is going to pop out on your shelf depending on your setup, because of all these Gundams that are rocking the red-white shenanigans, or with a blue and a dash of yellow, etc. and so on forth. Like the Epion and the Master Gundam, which is why I like them so much, they differentiate with these guys while still being Gundams and not just mobile suits. Now that I'm done breaking into the kit, let's go ahead and get into the lore on the pilot and the Gundam itself and what it can do. The Gundam DEATHSCYTHE also known as Triple XG-01D2, is a famous stealth mobile suit piloted by the homie duo Maxwell in Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz in OVA. It features an active cloak, a twin beam scythe, and an upgraded hyper jammer. The pilot again was duo Maxwell, and his armor material for the Gundam was Gundanium alloy, it says. And then the weapons and gear that he has is the twin beam scythe, a melee weapon with the beam emitters on both ends, the active cloak, a set of flexible bat-like wing binders that wrap around the suit for defense or for intimidation, buster shield, a mounted forearm shield equipped with deployable blades and a small beam effect part, and then the hyper jammer, stealth devices that jam the radar to make the suit invincible to sensors. And then as we are completing this build some more, you guys saw a little piece of the forearm. I at first thought that the longer part went upwards, not out like blades. They kind of look cool. It looks like if he was close range, he would have stabbed you with those instead of just punching you with his fists. But again, you can kind of see the nub marks a little bit. You can see that I tried to file them down, and sometimes it kind of made it worse, and that's again because of the dated plastic. So I kind of had no choice but to just cut them down to the nubs and just let it be. I would just sooner just let that happen than risk ruining the plastic of the kit. Now that we are done with an arm, we are now moving on with the leg. You see the interior frame down there. Looks pretty good. The flexibility in the knees are really good though. I will say that, like the legs are awesome. Just as flexible as the Gundam Wing Verka. I think it's kind of an outdated version of that, if I'm not mistaken. Even with the armor on, but the waist definitely got in the way. Like the legs were more articulated, more articulated than the waist bits were willing to allow it to be. That's what I should say. But that's gonna be the leg armor piece there. Pretty cool. I like the white on gray on black. I wish it was a little bit more black, man. It's too much grayish, whatever that is. Yep, look at that. Oh, that articulation is crazy. I'm proud to say that we will be able to get him in the knee pose, but it will be at an expense to armor pieces. But there's a close-up of the leg before we get started on the foot. Again, we try to like clean it up the best we could. This was, as you can see, before the God Hand. Those are my girlfriend's nippers that she got. That kind of reminds me of the God Hand a little bit, honestly. I wish I had got those, but every now and then I use hers over mine. I don't know why I got those little ass clippers in the first place. They were small even for my hands, but I at least had the plastic filers, the steadies. But even with the steadies, it was too risky to follow them down to the nub. So I just let that be. But again, if you're enjoying the build so far, and if you're curious about the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Hell or Gundam W kits in general, this is most likely the best channel for you, as I am on a journey to collect all the Gundam W kits that catches my fancy. And anything in between. I've definitely seen some that made me go, oh, this is from where? Might have to get that. Definitely some high grades that got my attention as well. But in the meantime, we're working that foot. That's the black that we saw in there. I really wish that we had more black than we got. I don't remember it being all that grayish looking. There's the foot all done before you attach it to the leg. It's a pretty cool detail. I'm sure this was blowing minds back in the day. Don't get me wrong, this was blowing minds back in the day. And again, even today, it's still not bad. Still not bad. I'm spoiled though. And last but not least, as far as the main body is concerned, we just have the waist. That is probably the most annoying part of the entire freaking kit, man. Like, I might actually have to glue the pieces on the waist together because it's that bad. And you'll see. You'll see me struggle to pick it off an action base and articulate it into a knee pose, and pieces just start going everywhere, man. It's definitely going to take a whole point down from it, easily. But that's going to be waist parts right there, bit by bit for the armor. And there's the front piece. Like, I like it. It's all this, man, aesthetics. I have no complaints aesthetic wise. but it's everything else. It's not very durable. It has very flimsy articulation and durability, man. It's all over the place, but damn, it looks good. Damn, it was fun to build. They go that waist piece with the sticker effect on there. I just wish it wasn't a hand grenade. I really like the waist piece a lot though. That's a shame though. That's the sad part. I really liked it. And then apparently you're supposed to craft a third piece. Usually when you craft the torso, it just goes on there, but then you have to craft a piece to attach to the torso that attaches to the waist. You follow me? Normally this is already on there, like this is included in the build part of the waist, but here you go. Watch me struggle. See, the leg just came right out. The waist pieces, the armor pieces came out, and then another piece just fell right there. Yeah, see? Yeah. Whoa! Gotta be kidding me, man. Bandai, what is this? What is this? Mind you, the Gundam isn't even fully put together. This is me just trying to put the legs on the waist part. This is just me trying to put the legs on the waist part. And now I gotta waste my time putting these armor pieces back on, because almost every piece that I put on her then came off. I see like 3 pieces of the armor, 4 pieces of the waist armor. Yeah, this popped right on off. And that's pretty much what I had to deal with throughout this entire freaking process. Articulating it, putting decals on there. Anytime I touch the thing, this parts would just fly off of the waist area. Like even the head area is a little loosey-goosey. I had to look for a piece of the head for like 10 minutes. Its age is definitely showing, man, because like I'm scared to build the Shining Gundam Master Grade. I just had an epiphany, man. I just had an epiphany. War. Oh, and that kit's from 2002. If this is a kit from 2011, how's a kit from 2002 going to be, man? Like, we struggled with this. I'll let you watch this a little bit longer before I show you guys what the final build looks like though, before we put on stickers and with very limited panel lighting. And then apparently I thought we had water decals for this guy. I was wrong. They're a whole new style of decals I'll explain later. And I would have recorded that process if it wasn't such a pain in the ass to do. Alright, that's what you get. That is the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Hell Endless Waltz without the Batarang wings, which I skipped the build on that. Those were ooh. I had to take them apart, put it together, take it apart, because I was misunderstanding what the guy was trying to tell me. But there it is. Tell me now that don't look like the Batman logo or a Batarang. Looks cool though. I like it. Very weighty though. Like, that thing is heavier than the kit it's for. The weight distribution on this sucks, and it does affect the kit long term. I do recommend you putting him on a base and not letting him stand. It will Fat Joe lean him back to his doom. Hit you guys with a 180 shot on the spinning display again without the wings, so you can see the full detail of this guy. No stickers, no panel lining, just straight build out of the box, what you get. Of course, with some stickers, of course, you can't skip the head stickers, you can't skip the waist stickers, you can't skip the eye stickers. Slap the wings on that boy, and that's what you get. Bare minimum. Still looking nice, boy. Woo! So fresh and so clean. Looking good. Oh my god! It's been so stressful dealing with this Gundam, bro. Like, I can't pose him on his feet without worrying about his ankle. His ankle joints suck too. That's what I also should point out. The ankle articulation sucks, the leg articulation sucks. The arm, the left arm keeps coming out now all of a sudden. I don't know what's wrong with the left arm that keeps coming out like at every inconvenience, which is a shame because look at this kit. Look at this kit. So clean, man. So clean. That's what the wings look like spread out to the best of my ability. Well, no, never mind. That's a lie. I realized that they can go further than that when I went outside, which you'll see when I do the outside shots. Next, now that we are done building, we have the regular stickers on the left, and then the ones on the right are going to be something different. Those are going to be called, apparently these guys are called clear marking sticker decals or dry transfer decals, one of those two. The best way that I could figure out how to get them on was to cut them out like I would a water decal, and then take the side that's facing the paper, put it on the kit, and just find something sharp and solid like a toothpick and just like scratch at it like a scratching ticket, but not too hard, and then just lift, quote unquote. I didn't put on all that shit on there. You got me fucked up, bro, because like, what kind of process is that, dog? What kind of process is that? I'm not doing that. So I got enough on there to get the point across, but I want to try to articulate it and put it in a knee pose. Now that we're done, we're going to move on to the articulation part, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now this is just me trying to get him to take a knee. Stuff is already flying off, man. Not looking good. I do end up having to take the wings off just to get him in that pose, but a lot more than the wings came off. Let's just say that. That's definitely a big con for me. Look at that, boom, boom. You don't see one piece go in the left direction, one piece go in the right direction. Like, I'm just trying to articulate my man's, dog. I'm trying to put him in a ticket knee. Like 4 waist pieces done flew off my man. I don't get it. Is this anyone else's problem when they're trying to articulate this guy, or is it just me? Let me know in the comment section down below for anyone who has this guy. This is just me trying to articulate him, and this will be the only articulation part of the section. I don't really need to show you more than this. Like, this should get the point across of what this was like. More pieces coming off, and then the white piece on there, the whitish gray piece on that piece that came off is on the floor somewhere. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna look for that, dude. I'm trying to get this review done. I'm not gonna spend most of my review session looking for pieces that keep coming off of this hand grenade. But he struggled to articulate into the knee pose with the wings. But before we even got to the wings, the waist was already causing me shenanigans, as you could see. It's ridiculous, man. We kind of got him doing it right there, but not quite, not quite. We have to take the wings off. That's the best he could do right there, and he's like crooked. And he has articulation in his legs to do this, so it's definitely the wings holding him back. And then the back waist piece came off when I took the wings, because the wings don't want to let go when you put them on. And then it broke off in 2 pieces. Like, this is what I've been dealing with. This is pretty much in a nutshell what's in store for you if you get this kit. Bet the knee a little too far back, but that just goes to show you the articulation. Boom, holy crap, there you go. And then there goes the arm. I don't know what's going on, but this thing is falling apart. As you can see, I am over it. So that does it for the articulation section of our review. I think my reaction speaks for itself. But there you have it, ladies and gents. The amazing articulation of the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Endless Waltz. Cut him some slack. He's a 2011 kit. He's trying his best, but goddamn, can the parts at least stay on long enough to move a leg or two of muscle? I moved a leg of muscle. What are you doing? Those are going to be the accessories you get along with the scythe. You get your punching hands, Your I am your Lord and Savior spread out hands, which aren't in my hands right now, but trust me, they are there. They're actually in his hands right now. Never mind, he's got his hands spread in his hands right now. And then you got your death scythe holding hands. Pretty much it you get accessory wise. But there you go, the big bag death scythe of hell. Don't you let this motherfucker creep up on you with the bat wings. He gonna creep up on you like Bruce Wayne, except he ain't gonna fucking break your legs and tell you now talk. He gonna cut your fucking head off with this damn scythe blade. Those are the transfer stickers, whatever the hell you want to call them, mixed in with some of those cheap ass stickers that they got. And then we got the homie duo down there at the bottom, and then we got the spread out hands that we mentioned before. This kit is clean. I got half a mind to give it a point mid review, and I didn't even put all the decals on. And that's the best that I can get his posture without you know, kind of leaning back a little bit, as you can see, because of the weight of the wings. I like them. I like the final result. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit you guys with some more shots. Now for some outside shots. Not as sunny as it was before. It's been hot as hell in Arizona, so I waited a little later than usual to go outside. I also was dreading this because of how he was to articulate. If you could believe it, that is the best that I could do to replicate the box art. The legs didn't want to work with me. The wings, as you can see, are crooked and are very, very loose and just like tilting back. He's leaning back. I tried to get him to lean forward. The left arm, again, all of a sudden does not want to stay in at the slightest inconvenience, on top of the fact that I can't get him to hold his death sight the way that he is in that picture. I don't know how the hell you think I'm gonna do that, but there he goes. A very generic pose, not holding the scythe, so you can pick in the outside detail and lighting on the final build of this guy. I like it. I think he looks badass. I'm proud to have him in my collection, but I do not miss the memories of articulating this man. I cannot wait to put him up on an action base and never touch him again. He's never going to be used for a size comparison. Ever. Ever. After this review, he's going on that base, and that's it. That's it. That's the kind of kit this guy is. You build him, you go, oh cool, I did this. You put him on the base, forget about it. You hear me? Forget about it. I'm gonna hit you guys with one more shot. I try to articulate the wings. This is me trying to articulate the wings as much as possible. Again, the left one, as you can see, isn't all the way up, but at this point I'm just over it. Now for size comparisons, we got him next to the SD Gundam, my first kit ever, SD Strike Freedom entry grade. Next, we're gonna have him next to his evolved state, the high grade Strike Freedom Gundam, the second lowest rated Gundam. Then we have him next to a real grade Epion. Cannot wait to build the master grade Epion. And then for the first time in a while, got the real grade Sazabi, making a guest appearance for his size comparison. Took him off an action base for the first time. And then we have the Strike Freedom Gundam, Master Grade Extreme, 1/100 scale comparison. Then we have the Godzilla SH Monster Arts 89 for size comparison. And last but not least, in every video, I don't care, I spent money in this bitch, it's beautiful. King Ghidorah 2.0 Haya for size comparison. Right, so you understand my pain. You understand that it's kinda worth it, you know? Whether or not it is up to you. I have a thing, you know, Gundam W has a special place in my heart, so I want to power through two or three more of these potential experiences. I don't think the Sandrock Gundam that we recently got will be as bad. I don't think the heavy arms will be that bad either. The Gundam Wing Verka has the grace from me now. Like, compared to this guy, no, I take it back. They're twins. They're fucking best BFFs, like Hiru and Duo in the show. They're bros. They bros in the show. They bros in model kit through their Gundams because they were both hand grenades at the slightest touch. But if I had to go ahead and get my pros and my cons, my pros is gonna be the design. It's gonna be the color separation. It's gonna be the scythe. Because I like Scythe. Like, that's like my go-to weapon in any game that has it. It's my favorite weapon in Bloodborne. I like Scythes. It's another reason I wanted this Gundam. I like the wings. I have a thing for bats and gothic stuff. I like that. The vibe of this guy. That's about all I have to say pro-wise. Cons, articulation. The pieces keep coming off. The nubs were hard to get rid of, so it's cheap. Unfortunately, you know, I can't not dock that. You know, it looks kind of rough on the nubs for that reason. And the joints weren't very reliable. The left arm keeps coming out. The ankles are loose. You know, the legs aren't reliable to stand on, nor are the feet. I can't trust this guy on his two legs. I have to keep my eyes on the man. So many times I had to catch him, so many times he fell off. I'm pretty sure it's part of why the wings are loosey-goosey now. I don't know if I showed it in the video, but this is what happens when I try to articulate the wings. Look at that. It already fell back. Look at that. Oh, that reminds me, I'm forgetting one more thing. I forgot the cloak mode. Well, that's gonna be one of my cons for sure. Let me put it in bat mode for y'all real quick. So the whole gimmick with that, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to pull the shoulders. Oh crap. Alright. Well, there you have it. Cloak mode. I'll honestly just probably have him like that. That way he can never break from articulation ever again. It's like a straitjacket, but for a model kit. He never hurt himself ever again. That's pretty cool, I guess. Forgot all about that, bro. I was too busy dealing with everything else to remember he even had this mode. I'll do I see you.
It's alright.
I see you, tier. Like, I see what y'all doing. I see the vision. Outside of visuals, I have nothing really positive to say about the outside of it's flexible. It looks cool. It'll look cool on your shelf, but you gotta put this nigga on a acting base. But outside of that, that's gonna be my impressions of the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE Hell Endless Waltz Master Grade from Bandai, and next time that I see you guys, I will be reviewing the Godzilla Hiya Toys 2000 Atomic Brick. Came in the mail today, and it's kind of busy oogling over that, otherwise the review would have been up sooner, but I was busy playing with that half the evening because I'm just blown away by it, despite its price. And I was dreading touching this thing. So next time y'all, curiosity gets the best of me. Take it easy, stay hydrated. Peace.